Cinderella lived with her stepmother and stepsisters. They were unkind, always ordering her around. Every day was a struggle filled with harsh words and impossible tasks. The once bright and cheerful girl was now a shadow of her former self, her spirit crushed under the weight of their cruelty.
I spend my days cleaning and scrubbing, my hands raw and my back aching. From dawn till dusk, I am at their beck and call, never a moment to rest or dream. My world filled with endless chores, each one more tedious than the last. The dishes never seem to end, and the floors are always dirty. My world is a never-ending cycle of work, with no escape in sight.
Her world was drab and grey, devoid of joy. The colours of her life had faded, leaving only shades of grey. The laughter and happiness she once knew were now distant memories, replaced by the monotony of her daily grind. But Cinderella had a dream, a small glimmer of hope that kept her going. She dreamed of a world filled with colour and music, a place where she could be free and happy. In her dreams, she saw a world bursting with vibrant colours and joyous melodies, a place where she could dance and sing free from the chains of her current life.
Sometimes I sneak away to the garden, the only place where I can find a moment of peace. Amongst the flowers, I feel a sense of calm and hope. The vibrant colours and sweet scents remind me that there is beauty in the world, even if it feels out of reach. Finding solace amongst the flowers, I let myself dream of a better life. Each petal holds a vibrant hue, a stark contrast to my own life. The garden is my sanctuary, a place where I can escape, even if just for a little while. Each petal holds a vibrant hue, a reminder that there is still beauty in the world. The colours are a stark contrast to the greyness of my daily life, a small beacon of hope in an otherwise bleak existence. A stark contrast to my own life where joy and colour seem to have vanished. Surrounded by the flowers, I can't help but wish for a touch of that magic, a sprinkle of wonder to brighten my days. I wish for a touch of that magic, a sprinkle of wonder. I close my eyes and make a wish, hoping that one day my dreams will come true, that one day I will find the happiness and freedom I long for.
Little did she know her wish was closer to being granted than she could ever imagine. Magic was closer than she thought, waiting to change her life forever. Magic was closer than she thought, ready to transform her world from grey to a kaleidoscope of colours. Her life was about to change in ways she could never have dreamed of. One day a royal announcement came. A ball was to be held at the palace.
Oh, how I yearn to go, my heart fluttering with excitement.
You? Attend the ball? Absolutely not.
Cinderella's hopes plummeted, her dreams turning to dust.
It's not fair, why can't I go?
As tears welled up in her eyes, a warm light filled the room. A tiny, shimmering figure appeared, radiating kindness and warmth.
Don't cry, dear. I'm here to answer your heartfelt wish.
With a flick of her wand, the fairy godmother transformed Cinderella's ragged dress. It became a breathtaking gown of moonlight and stars, shimmering with every movement.
Oh my goodness, it's beautiful!
Glass slippers sparkling like diamonds appeared at her feet.
I can't believe this is happening! Thank you!
Cinderella felt a surge of joy, a warmth spreading through her. For the first time, her reflection showed not a servant girl, but a beautiful young lady.
Remember, the magic lasts till midnight. Now go and dance.
The ballroom glittered with chandeliers and laughter. The grand hall was alive with the sound of music, the clinking of glasses, and the soft murmur of conversations. The air was filled with an electric excitement, as if everyone knew something magical was about to happen. Cinderella, timid at first, soon found herself lost in the music. Her initial shyness melted away as the rhythm took over, her feet moving almost of their own accord. She felt the eyes of the crowd on her, but instead of feeling self-conscious, she felt a surge of confidence. She danced with a grace that captivated everyone, her laughter echoing through the hall. Each step she took seemed to tell a story, a tale of joy and newfound freedom. The crowd watched in awe, mesmerized by her elegance and the sheer joy that radiated from her.
Who is that enchanting lady? His voice was filled with wonder, his eyes never leaving her as she moved across the floor.
Across the room, the prince noticed her, drawn to her radiant smile. He had seen many beautiful women before, but there was something different about her, something that pulled him in and made him want to know more. He led her to the center of the floor, and their dance became a whirlwind of twirling colors. The world around them seemed to blur as they moved in perfect harmony, their steps synchronized as if they had been dancing together all their lives. Time seemed to stand still as they moved together, lost in their own world of music and laughter. The connection between them was palpable, a silent understanding that needed no words. They were two souls finding each other in a sea of people.
I've never felt so happy, so free. Her voice was filled with emotion, her eyes sparkling with tears of joy.
Cinderella had never felt so happy, so free. In that moment, surrounded by the grandeur of the ballroom and the warmth of the prince's gaze, she felt like she was living a dream she never wanted to end. Suddenly the clock began to chime, announcing the arrival of midnight.
Panic surged through me as I remembered the fairy godmother's warning.
With a gasp, she broke free from the prince's embrace and ran towards the exit.
Wait, where are you going?
The prince, confused and heartbroken, tried to follow her, but she was too quick.
Oh no, my slipper!
As Cinderella fled, one of her glass slippers slipped off her foot, shattering the magical spell. Cinderella, back in her simple attire, disappeared into the night. The prince, clutching the single glass slipper, was determined to find the mysterious maiden who had captured his heart.
I will marry the maiden whose foot fits this slipper.
Hope sparked in Cinderella's heart when she overheard the news.
Could this be my chance at happiness?
Her stepmother, blinded by greed, locked Cinderella in her room, hoping to trick the prince with her own daughters.
You will stay here until the prince leaves.
Cinderella, filled with a new sense of determination, refused to let her dreams slip away. The prince, carrying the glass slipper, searched every corner of the kingdom. He ventured through bustling marketplaces, quiet villages, and grand estates, leaving no stone unturned in his quest. His determination was unwavering, driven by the memory of the enchanting night he had spent with the mysterious maiden. He visited countless maidens, each one hopeful that they might be the one to fit the delicate shoe. The prince watched as they tried one by one, but none could match the perfect fit he was seeking. The glass slipper remained elusive, a symbol of his unfulfilled longing. His heart ached with disappointment, fearing he would never find his mysterious dance partner. Each failed attempt weighed heavily on him, and the hope that had once burned brightly began to dim. The prince wondered if he would ever see her again, the one who had captured his heart so completely.
I can't believe this. How can it be that none of these maidens are the one? The prince's disbelief grew with each passing day, as he struggled to understand how the perfect fit could remain so elusive. How can none of these maidens be the one? The frustration was palpable, not just for the prince, but for the maidens who had hoped to be chosen. The kingdom buzzed with speculation and gossip, each failed attempt adding to the mystery.
He finally arrived at Cinderella's house. The grand entrance loomed before him, and he felt a glimmer of hope rekindle in his heart. Could this be the place where he would find his true love? Her stepsisters, fueled by vanity, desperately tried to squeeze their feet into the glass slipper, but to no avail. Their efforts were in vain, and their frustration grew with each failed attempt. The prince watched, his hope waning once more.
It must fit. Just push a little harder. The stepsisters' desperation was evident, their voices rising in frustration as they tried to force the slipper onto their feet. But no amount of pushing or squeezing could make the shoe fit.
The prince, on the verge of giving up, noticed a flicker of movement from the window upstairs. His curiosity was piqued, and he felt a sudden surge of hope. Could it be that the one he was searching for was closer than he had imagined?
Wait a moment. Who's that? The prince's heart raced as he caught sight of a figure in the window. Could this be the moment he had been waiting for? The anticipation was almost unbearable as he prepared to uncover the truth.
Cinderella, with the help of some friendly mice, escaped her locked room. She rushed down the stairs, her heart pounding with anticipation.
I hope I'm not too late.
The prince, drawn by an inexplicable pull, turned to face her, his eyes widening in recognition.
It's you. It really is you.
With trembling hands, he slipped the glass slipper onto her foot. It fit perfectly. The prince, overjoyed, recognized her instantly, not by her attire, but by her sparkling eyes and radiant smile. He had found his true love.
I've found you at last.
News of Cinderella's true identity spread like wildfire. The prince, true to his word, whisked her away to his grand palace. They were married in a grand ceremony, a celebration of their unique love story. Cinderella, once a servant girl, was now a beloved princess.
I can't believe this is real. It's like a dream.
She ruled with kindness and compassion, never forgetting her own hardships. Cinderella proved that even in the darkest of times, a glimmer of hope and a kind heart can lead to happiness.
Remember, my dear, always be true to yourself.
Cinderella's story became a beacon of hope, reminding everyone that true beauty lies within. It taught that kindness always triumphs over cruelty and that even the most impossible dreams can come true.
And so, my dear children, never forget that kindness is the greatest magic of all.
So, the next time you see a single star twinkling in the night sky, remember Cinderella. Remember that even in a world of darkness, a single spark of hope can light up the universe.